Hi everyone! Thank you for coming to watch another video on my channel. I hope you enjoy what you're about to see in this video. Now, I got my journals in today and some stickers and some washi tape. So my mom and my grandma ordered me some stuff from Notebook Therapy back on Black Friday, and unfortunately it was delayed in its getting here, and so it just got to the post office today. So I just got it today, but I'm happy. I'm so happy with what I've got. Okay, so first, the journals. So I didn't know they came in these like such nice boxes. Like the one of the journals I got, you know, it's what it looks like on the cover of the journal, and they're so nice. Like, whoa. Okay, so let me show you the journal. Ooh, it's so pretty. I love it. And I love it. And honestly, even though a lot of people don't really go for the smaller journal size, I like this. And even if I don't use it as a reading journal, definitely still gonna use it. Maybe I'll use it as like a media journal, or maybe just a scrapbooking journal. You know, who knows? I could use it for anything. But it is part of the Falling Star collection, or the Falling Star edition. It's got silver, kind of like glittery edges. You can't really see it too well on the screen, but I can see it, and it's gorgeous. And well, honestly, I just love it. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. I love notebooks. I think I have an addiction to notebooks. That's okay. Okay, so the other journal I gotten is actually, I love both of them, but this journal, I love it. I love it. And it is from the Enchanted Friends collection. I got the fox. Are you guys ready to see it? I don't know if you're ready to see it. It's just so pretty. It's got gold embossing, and then it's like the notebook is cut into a little bit with the leaves and everything. It's gorgeous. And I mean, look at the sides. And then there's the back. It's gorgeous. Now, and like these like brown edges, it's not even a sprayed edge. The pages are brown, kind of like craft paper, but thicker, if you know what I mean. That sounded kind of odd when I said it, but anyway, I just super love it. And look, the inside of the cover, it's gorgeous. I love all of it. And oh, and something also really cool, which I didn't realize until I looked at the back, because I did it on the inside of this one too to see if there was any, you know, cover art or anything. Now the inside of this one is blank, but the inside of this one isn't. But I was also looking at the back, and so I looked at the back of the other one too. The back of the Falling Star edition has a little quote with a moon, and it says, "The sight of the stars makes me dream." It's like nothing like super profound, but I love it. Because yeah, when I look up at stars, my mind wanders, and I dream, and I think about what I want to do and what I could do and what I'm doing. Yes. And then there was also one on the back here, and it says, "The fox slips between worlds with fire in her fur. Clever as starlight, gone before the leaves can rustle her name." Sorry. And you know what? I could decipher this, and try to work out what it means or look up what it's from, because it might be from something, but it doesn't give, you know, like a from like this or whatever. But it just sounds profound to me. Anyway, I am planning on using this journal for my reading journal. And you know what? Seeing this and the stickers I got along with it, because I also got the stickers that go along with the Forest Friends collection. So let me open that. Oh, and look, so they came in this little pouch, and look at that cute little sticker that's on the front. You can't read it, but it says Forest Friends sticker sheet set. But let me take them out and show you guys. They are the cutest damn stickers. I mean, I love them. I love them. They're adorable. I mean, look. Ah. And now this one might be kind of hard for you guys to see, but it's kind of like outlines in gold. Oh, actually, it looks like it's showing up really well. And anyway, and then there's these like stumps and branches and mushrooms, trees, cute. Look, this one even comes with some words on it. There's some days of the week on there, and then some other stuff and like the lines, and I love all of these stickers. I mean, I really do. I love them. And this is the last sheet. I mean, aren't they gorgeous? They're gorgeous stickers. And I'm sorry, but this quality is just like, is good. So, I mean, I'm gonna, you know, make a full video of setting up my journal and everything. And it will be there that I talk about what my theme is actually going to be, because honestly, I wasn't sure until I got my journals, because I was pretty sure they were each getting me a journal, but again, I wasn't 100% sure. So I didn't want to decide on a theme or yada 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 before I got the journals, and then I figured the journals would inspire me. Now, I will say, if I was going to go with my star journal, I would definitely make it not like an outer space theme, but I think I would want to make it like a dreamy, starry. I don't want to say whimsical, because I feel like my Forest Friends journal is like a whimsical. But yeah, like a dreamy, maybe a little bit of sci-fi, outer spacey, starry theme definitely would have been my go-to. But I definitely want to use my Orange Fox Forest Friends Edition notebook, and I want to use at least a few of these stickers that I got. So I'm not exactly sure what kind of theme this is for me. Maybe, like I said, this is just kind of like a whimsical theme I'm going to be doing, you know, like whimsical and light and kind of like muted. But we'll see. I need to start preparing, but before I do, let me show you one more thing that I got, because I got the Moonflower Magic washi tapes. They're gorgeous. So I got 3 slender ones, and then I got 4 bigger ones. You guys can't see them like super well on there, but they are gorgeous. And you will see at least 2 of these, maybe 3 used in my journal setup that I'm getting ready to start doing. So I'm excited. Now, my journal setup. Let me get this box in. Okay. So, my journal setup. I already had planned out the kinds of pages and setups that I wanted to do, but because I didn't have a journal yet, I haven't, you know, really like kind of like planned out the whole layout. I did number my setups, kind of oh, good Lord, excuse me. I numbered my setups when I made the list about kind of like what order I wanted them to go in, moving forward in the journal. So I kind of have an idea, but now that I actually have my journal, I'm going to be sticking some post-its in it, you know, writing down which page is which, all that kind of stuff. Guys, I'm so excited. Okay. This has been really long, and I didn't mean it to. Although, when I do my setup video of my journal, it's probably going to be pretty long. I'm hoping that I can keep it under 45 minutes because I'm not trying to drown you guys in a video. One more thing before I go. Hold on. Whoop. Okay, I was trying to reach my book that I told you guys I was going to finish before the last day of December, or by the last day of December, and well, it is New Year's Eve, so it's the last day of December. Let me grab it. You guys know that this whole month, basically, I've been reading Murder at Holly House. I am almost done. And I will finish it tonight. This is actually one of the things I need to get done later today, or sometime today. I am pretty close to the end. I have read through chapter 30, so I'm ready to start chapter 31, and that is page 299. So we'll just say 300. 401 pages to read. So I've got 102 pages left before I'm at the end, and it is getting good. Like, we'll admit, slow going at the beginning, but then the middle really started to pick up once we met more characters and our main character started noticing things that were like amiss, you know, I don't know if that's right, like what? And so I'm at the last 100 pages, and I will get this done today. So, all right, I'm gonna go, you guys. I've got journals to write in and books to read and shows to watch later tonight. So I will see you guys in the next clip. Hi everyone. So yes, I am back and it is Sunday. Quick before I start with everything, I will try to have this video out today on Sunday. However, it is already like it's 2:36 p.m. I have to work tonight. I got home this morning, so honestly I need to go to bed soon. I'm gonna try and get it edited in the next hour before I go to sleep. If I can't, it will be posted a little bit later tonight, or maybe you'll be seeing this premiere Monday sometime. Monday morning maybe. So okay, back to well, now I can't even talk. Regularly scheduled programming, which is my 2026 reading journal. I have finished it just today. Unfortunately, like I said, it did not come on Christmas, like I said in the beginning of the video. It actually came later on Wednesday when I recorded the first part of this, but I didn't get it until the afternoon, and so obviously I started planning which pages I wanted where, and I started kind of sketching stuff out. But it's taken me since Wednesday to finally get it done today, because I've been working. I was off Wednesday night, but then I've been working since Thursday night, so, and I won't be off until Friday. So yeah, hopefully, well, so Friday I will be getting some clips of my 2026 reading journal, and my next video on Sunday will be about my journal. So yeah, I have that done, which means I have all my challenges down, all my releases down, and you know, I've already kind of planned out what I want to do for my January TBR. So why don't we start with that? And well, hold on. So before we start with my January TBR, I want to catch you up a little bit on what I have read. When I talked to you on Wednesday, I think 150 pages left in Murder at Holly House, and I had fully planned on reading those 150 pages and finishing it that night before the last episode of Stranger Things season 5 came out. And I'll tell you what, because I got off Wednesday morning and didn't have to work Wednesday night, usually when I don't have to work that night and I get off in the morning, I try and stay up throughout the day until about 8 or 9 o'clock, and then I go to bed. Well, I did read about 100 pages in Murder at Holly House, and I had about 50 left, and I started working on my journal, and I was doing that, and then I took a break, and I was going to finish reading the last 50 pages, and then I fell asleep. I fell asleep at 7:30. So, and then I woke up at 8:30 p.m. So same night, only slept for an hour. So not only did I realize just how tired I was, but I also didn't get to start watching Stranger Things right when it came out on Netflix at 8 p.m. And I was like, you know what? I was like, I can't do this. And so I closed my laptop, put it and my book aside, and I went to bed. Woke up at 6 a.m. the next day, New Year's Day, January 1st. So sad for me that I did not finish the last 50 pages, and I did not get to watch Stranger Things the night it came out. But when I woke up the next morning, I immediately grabbed my book, finished the last 50 pages, and then I immediately watched the last episode of Stranger Things, which was amazing, by the way, and whoa, and let's not talk about it. I mean, it was great, don't get me wrong, but there was just so much that happened, and a few things I've realized since then that weren't answered, or that we don't know what happened. But overall, really enjoyed it. I'm sad that the series is over, but it's okay. It was good. It was really good, and I was happy with it in the end, especially Dustin's speech. So if you know, you know. So Murder at Holly House, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. It took some crazy twists at the ending. It was good. It was good. I liked it. I would say, for me, it was definitely a book that had a lot of different pacing in it than I'm used to. Like, it was really slow at first, like I mentioned before in other videos, and then it kind of picked up when I got to know more characters and the odd things they were doing and the weird things they were saying, and then I started suspecting certain characters, and it kind of went back and forth a little bit until I started getting to the last like 150 or so pages, and then stuff started like clicking more into place, and then the last 50 pages was like, so it was good. I enjoyed it. I would definitely recommend reading it. If you kind of like more of a historic like mystery thriller, with like a Christmas theme, because this literally takes place like the week of Christmas, like just like I don't want to say 2 days. It's more like 4-ish days before Christmas or something like that. So read it around Christmas time if you want, in December, like I tried to do. Now, yes, I finished it the next morning at like almost 7 o'clock, and it was New Year's Day, but I had wanted to finish it by the last day of December, and unfortunately, I missed that by like 6 hours. But still, great book. Let's see. I have not read any more in Tiny Habits, which is unfortunate because it was my book club read for December. But honestly, I don't think I'm really going to put it on like a TBR or anything. I think it's just going to be something that I gradually read chapter by chapter. And whenever I get more significantly into it or finish it or something very interesting happens while I'm reading it, then I will let you guys know. But it really is, even though I don't want to say it's an educational book and it is a more of a self-help, this is why this things happen with behaviors and this is how you can change it in your habits and blah blah blah, it's really almost kind of like a step-by-step guide, I feel like. So I'm going to be reading this a little bit slowly, but I will be reading it, and I hope to have it finished in the next month or two. I'm not trying to like buzz through this and read it, you know, even though it was meant to be finished in December for my book club, but it's okay. You know, with the prologue and the first chapter that I read, I'm enjoying myself. But I'll let you guys know if I have any more concrete updates on it. I had talked about, obviously, a lot of books that I wanted to try and finish reading in December, like Tourist Season, The Only One Left, A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping, and and The Enchanted Greenhouse. And then I was kind of like, well, because of my work schedule and the way it works and me reading books on Kindle, I probably won't get to all of those, but I had wanted to start reading this, and I told you I would start reading it once I finished Murder at Holly House. And while I had anticipated finishing that book sooner, I have now started The Enchanted Greenhouse, and honestly, I'm really enjoying it so far. I've read up to chapter 5, which is page 39. So I'm not, you know, super far in or anything, but I started reading it Friday, and, you know, I take it to work with me, and if I can, I read a chapter or two. You know, I'm also reading on my Kindle right now. I can't remember what the title of the book is. I'll look it up. But I am very much enjoying this. It is so interesting so far. And our main character, Turlu, I really like her. And she just met the gardener in the greenhouse and spent the night in his cabin. And she's woke up and it's the next day, starting chapter 5. So I'm going to take it to work with me tonight. I'm going to read more. I really think I'm gonna like this. I mean, I really like it so far, and the first chapter really caught me. And guys, sometimes it is hard for a book to capture me in just one chapter, so I'm excited to finish reading it, or to keep reading it. So now that we've talked about those 3 books that I had talked about before, let us start with what I'm going to read for my January TBR. So I don't know if you guys know about it, but I'm doing a few different challenges that I've written down in my reading journal that you guys will see hopefully next weekend in my video. But I'm doing an ABC challenge again for book titles, and I've decided to challenge myself a little bit more and do it for authors as well. So how I'm going to do that is every time I read a book, I'm going to flip-flop the list. So like I finished reading Murder at Holly House, so I put that on my book titles ABC challenge. And the next book that I'm reading on my Kindle app, when I finish that, that will go on the ABC challenge for authors. So every other book I read, I'll flip it, if you get what I mean. My other challenge that I'm doing that I am super excited about, first time trying it, because I did the ABC challenge last year in 2025. Whoa, 2025 was last year now. Even though we're only like 4 days into January. So I am doing the jellyfish challenge, which my book club saw from a creator's video on here, and I will put her channel in the box below so you guys can go to her channel, watch it if you want. It was like, my book club wasn't like, oh, we need to do this, but they were like, guys, like, because it's a place where we can share our reading journals, book recommendations, like just all things book. And in our reading journal section, they said, guys, like, look at this cool challenge that this woman mentioned in her videos, and, you know, like, watch this, like, maybe you'll want to do it for your next year's reading journal. And so I watched the video and I was like, that's cool. Like, I like that. And even though I didn't go all out with like buying like stickers or printing out pictures like specifically of the jellyfish, I did, you know, make a spread for it. And I decided to do 12 jellyfish, so one for each month. But basically, the way she explained it is there's like a bunch of different types of jellyfish, and she picked a certain number. Like, she picked like less than what there was, but she picked like, I don't know, I want to say like 16 or 17 different jellyfish, and she did a spread in her journal. She, you know, looked up the jellyfish. She talked about its characteristics, like what it does, what it looks like, and then she kind of like picked or recommended a book that kind of fit the theme of that jellyfish. And I was like, that is so cool. I want to do that. And so I am doing it. But I only picked 12 jellyfish, one for each month. So here, let me go to the page in my book. I won't show you guys because I want you to be surprised when you see my journal. But for January, I picked the box jellyfish, and they are known to be very large and very venomous. So I decided to pick a book title that had the word venom in it. And so I chose Venom in the Blood by Tracy Buchanan. It is the first book in a series. Let me see, I have it on my computer right here. So the first book in the Dr. Vanessa Marwood crime thriller series, and you guys know, or maybe you don't know yet, but I don't read a lot of crime or thrillers unless it's associated with romance. So yeah, the first book in the Dr. Vanessa Marwood crime thriller series, featuring a forensic entomologist who returns to her hometown to investigate murders where victims have spider silk in their wounds, forcing her to confront dark secrets from her past. It's supposed to be a suspenseful mystery, praised for its intricate plot, unique insect-focused angle, and nail-biting twist, appealing to fans of authors like Angela Marsons and Patricia Cornwell. So, honestly, it just sounded really interesting, really good. I'm excited to read it. Now, I don't own the book, obviously. I did pick books from my shelf that matched with the jellyfish when I could. I didn't always. I kind of wanted to get into different genres and different authors with this challenge. So I think there's like 2 or 3 months that I picked a book from my physical TBR that I can use, which will get my physical TBR down. But yeah, like I said, I also just wanted to pick books from different authors and genres that I don't usually read, and I think this is a great start. I'm not sure if it's available on Kindle Unlimited for free. I may have to buy it, or I may buy a physical copy. But honestly, if I can, I'll probably try to read it on Kindle Unlimited first. And if I really like it, then I'll buy it. But it sounds super good. So, and like an entomologist and people have spider silk in their wounds. That just sounds really interesting. So I'm excited to read it. So that is going to be on my January TBR. And yes, I have decided to put the Enchanted Greenhouse on my January TBR. You know, I started it Friday, so what was that? The 2nd? Yes. I started it January 2nd, so it's going to be on my January TBR. You know, I mean, I'm really enjoying it, so I'm probably going to finish it pretty fast. Now, the third book is actually what my book club chose for the January read. And let me flip to my book club page. Okay, so the read theme for January was No Book Left Behind. Now, the options for it that we got to vote on, let me go to it real quick so I remember it right. The options for it were The Housemaid by Frida McFadden, Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett, and Masters of Death by Olive Blake. Olivie Blake? You know what? I like butcher names, so if I say it wrong, I'm sorry. But I actually ended up voting for Masters of Death because I have that book. It's on my physical TBR and I've been wanting to read it. So I was like, yes. Even though I've heard the Emily Wilde series is really good and a lot of people really like it, and of course I'm interested in reading it, but I was like, hey, why wouldn't I pick a book I already own that I haven't got to read yet? Yeah, great. Don't have to buy a book or whatever, you know, like, but the majority of people picked Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. So my third book for my January TBR is Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett. But Masters of Death ranked second. And you know, they always encourage us, like, you know, read the other books if you want. Just because it's not the main one that the group is going to end up discussing at the end of the month doesn't mean you can't read it. And I usually pick at least one of the extra books as an alternative read if I don't want to read the main book, although I usually try to read the main book. So I have decided that I want to read the second runner-up, Masters of Death, and I'm excited. So both of those, Emily Wilde, third pick, Masters of Death, fourth pick for January TBR. And then, well, obviously I'm going to read on my Kindle a lot because I just can't help myself. I'm going to end up looking for something else, finding it, reading it on there, or listening to an audiobook on there. So, but I want to pick one more, so that'll make at least 5 on my January TBR. And now this one is going to be a little bit more fun. So I created a reading bucket list in my reading journal. I have 30 prompts and I have put, I don't know, isn't this cute? I got it for Christmas. It's decorative, you know, it's ceramic. But I wrote 30 numbers out on paper, folded them up. They're in here. So I'm going to pick a number, and that is going to be the last book on my TBR. Well, yeah, my last book that I will officially claim on my TBR, and anything else I read is just what I read. But whatever prompt I get, I would like to try and choose something from my physical TBR so I can get that down, because book buying bans, what is that? Goldie doesn't know what that is. I will buy books whenever I want. So I will always have books being added to my TBR. So let's pick a number and let's see what prompt I get. All right, I'm gonna look away. You guys are watching me. Okay. I've got a number. Is it the right way or is it upside down? Oh, you can't even read it. Oh, it was upside down, by the way. So 23. So my prompt for 23, hold on, I have to find it because I also mixed the numbers up in the graphic I created for it. So it wouldn't just be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they're all mixed up. So 23, where are you? Is an audiobook. Okay, so it doesn't have to be anything specific. Awesome. Oh, you know what? I already have an audiobook saved to read on Kindle Unlimited, but I haven't started it yet, and I don't know why, because it sounded interesting. I just decided not to listen to it yet. And you know what? Now I'm going to listen to it. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick. And I can tell you the title, because I don't remember. But I think it's a post-apocalyptic book, and there's also romance involved, so let me see. Kindle. Anyway, the one I have saved on here is called Dating After the End of the World by Genevieve Rose. Let me see if I can look up a description real quick so I can tell you guys. Dating at the End of the World. Oh, and it looks like there's a book too. Okay, so Dating After the End of the World by Genevieve Rose is a post-apocalyptic romance novel where a woman, Casey, returns to her doomsday prepper father's compound during a zombie-like outbreak, only to find her high school bully Blake among the survivors, forcing them to confront their past and find romance amidst the chaos. The book blends action, survival, and enemies to lovers romance, with readers noting its cliffhanger ending and potential for a sequel. Oh no. Oh no. A cliffhanger? I don't do well with cliffhangers. Like, if it's kind of like an open-ended positive cliffhanger, I'm like, okay, not bad. I could deal. But potential for a sequel? Is there not one out? Okay, well, it's rated 3.9 out of 5 on Goodreads, so there's potential for it to be good. Okay, you know what? Even though it ends on a cliffhanger, if it's good, I can get over it. However, that means I will be adamantly wanting a sequel. Book 2, where you at? But yes, so I'm not sure how many times I want to do my reading bucket list prompts. I mean, there are 30 of them, so I would like to finish them all by the end of the year. I think I should pick a second one. Yeah, I'm kind of deciding this right now. I think I'm going to try to do 2 prompts a month. So that means that'll take my TBR up to 6, because I have, so that prompt audiobook was number 4. No, it was number 5, because I'm also going to read Masters of Death with Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. So that was number 5. So wait, no. Yes. Gosh, I keep getting really confused. So Dating After the End of the World on audiobook will be number 5 on my TBR. So now we get to pick one more to make 6 on my TBR for the month. That's kind of a lot. Well, you know what? It's okay. We'll just keep reading, even if we don't, finish off. We'll just keep going. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Okay. Is it upside down again? I hope not. Yeah, I think that's upside down. Yeah, okay. So 21. Actually, I think that's upside down for you. It looks backwards to me. Anyway, the number is 21. So let's see. Oh, let me throw this in the trash. And I'll put this up here. Let's see. What is prompt 21? Boo boo ba doo ba doo. Where are you? I've lost the number 21. Oh, there it is. A thriller. Okay. Okay. We got this. Thriller. What book do I have that is a thriller? See, I can't pick In the Shadows because that is actually one of my picks for my jellyfish challenge. So let's see. Thriller. I don't think. Does It Hurt by H.D. Carlton. Is that considered a thriller or just a dark romance? Let me look it up. Let's see. Is a dark romance and suspense novel. Okay. So, no, that is not a thriller. One Dark Window is not a thriller. You know what? Is The Only One Left considered a thriller? I thought it was kind of like murder mystery. Let me look it up and see what my computer says, because you know Google is always right. The Only One Left by Riley Sager. It is a gothic thriller novel. Yes. Okay, I've really been wanting to read it, and honestly, it was probably going to be one of the ones I picked up randomly, even though I didn't think it was going to be on my TBR, because I still really want to read it. And you know what? It's a great gothic thriller novel. Okay, awesome. So now I have 6 books on my fiscal TBR. I mean, on my January TBR. Sorry, guys. And 1, 2, it sounds like I have 2, no, 3, because Masters of Death. So I have at least 3 physical books to read, an audiobook to listen to, and then we'll see if Venom in the Blood and Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies is on Kindle Unlimited, and if it's not free, how much it is, and maybe it's worth it just to go on ahead and buy the book. So, okay, now that we've got that sorted, wow. So yes, this weekend, or not this weekend, because it's Sunday, but the coming up weekend when I am off, expect to see me filming my 2026 reading journal, which, yes, if you watch the last video, I have done in this Forest Friends journal from Notebook Therapy. I'm actually really excited to show you guys. You know, I didn't do anything too elaborate, and I kept most of my spreads a little more basic like I did in my other journal, but because I bought the Forest Friends sticker packet, I was able to use more stickers in this journal than I did in my last journal. My train of thought just went like, I don't know, I don't even know. I think that's all. Yes. Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you have come here either for the first time or back again. I hope you subscribe, like, and comment, because I'd like to hear what you guys have to say and what you're interested in hearing about more from me. So everybody, I hope you had a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and I hope that the first 4 days into January hasn't totally sucked for you. Okay, bye.